thought, what would be a Marxist interpretation of geology? Like, let me tell you about the dehumanizing effects of the Cascade Mountains. Like, what?
Look, is not the proletariat ground down like the very sediment that we build our aquifers from?
Welcome to the Skiffy and Fandy Show's Torture Cinema.
Hello yourself, Tall, Dark, and Blitzen.
I hate that. I hate that so much.
You're welcome.
I'm Shaun.
I'm Alex.
I'm Becca.
And on this live Torture Cinema show, we'll discuss the final... Wait, hold on. Daniel has written like a thing here that I did not read beforehand, and I am very confused. We'll discuss the final episode of All Dogs Go to Heaven, the series, which was then released directly to video in 1998 as an All Dogs Christmas Carol.
I was wondering.
It was directed by Paul Sabella and Gary Salvaggio, written by Jim Magan, lyrics by Lorraine Feather, and based on the 1843 novella A Christmas Carol by some bloke named Charles Dickens. It has music by Mark Waters and stars the vocal talents of Airwolf's Ernest Borgnine. Wow, Daniel, you really went all out for these fucking notes. Wings' Steven Weber, Failsafe's Dom DeLuise. Also, hold on, Fievel Goes West, An American Tale. He's also in that, thank you. He's the freaking cat.
No.
Okay, anyway.
No.
Miami Vice's Sheena Easton. Vices. Shut up. I didn't prep, okay? Shut up. Be nice. Space Cat's Charles Nelson Riley and Jumanji's BB Newworth. This movie was chosen by our Patreon supporters based on a poll that I made us do, I guess. Though that part Daniel left in from the old script.
I was going to say, this is not a horror movie.
It's not.
I mean, it might as well be.
It was based on a poll that I did put together with some help from folks on stream. I believe Kids Are Asleep was possibly there for that, based on, holiday movies involving animals. And my brother helped with this as well. And then patrons voted for it. And, one of them is at the very least present right now and voted on that poll. So thank you.
So what I'm hearing is that we're lucky we didn't end up with another, Beethoven movie or something.
Oh, no. It would have been worse because I'm pretty sure one of them was basically the Air Bud version of A Christmas Carol. This one has lyrics. That one would probably have some asshole with a synth that he just recorded a dog bark and just made dog music
Probably. From. And it would have had an actual dog where they made the mouth CGI moving.
They did that thing with what is that thumb wars where they just put the face upside down on a thumb.
Yeah.
They probably did that to a dog's face. Yeah.
Don't like it. Anyway.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. And as always, please share your comments.
Yeah, that part's you.
Yeah, I was starting to read it, asshole. As always, please share your comments with us about this and past episodes at skiffyandfanty.com/listener suggestions, or join us on Discord and become a patron on Patreon. And a patron on Patreon, Jesus. And if you're live with us today, feel free to throw thoughts and questions our way.
We're so professional.
We're so professional. Again, you put us three in a room and everything's we are right on the
Very
rails
focused.
the whole
It's
time.
perfect.
We just don't say what those rails
it's beautiful.
are.
Mwah. Beautiful.
They're usually the ones in
I just noticed the chat is not on the stream, and I don't know why. Hold the fort, guys.
Is there a button on your thing that you can push?
While people, I will fix it. So, look, we have a next step in the stream thingy, mabobber, schedule, whatever this thing's called, script file. I'm sorry. I didn't prime before this. I promise.
You didn't. I mean, maybe that's why. You didn't pregame, so you're getting flustered.
You're right. I needed to loosen up.
You should have known.
I'll go downstairs and pop a couple peppermint shots.
Shaun, a little hair of the dog.
Oh. Okay. So we always talk about what we're drinking. I do want to remind folks, as many jokes as we'll probably make about this, please drink responsibly. Don't do anything illegal. Don't get behind a wheel. All that good stuff, right? Drinking alcohol can be fun and lovely, but you got to be safe or, it's bad. I think that's obvious. Also, it's like against Twitch rules to have like really bad, representations of potential substance abuses. So we want to make sure to remind folks to be careful, even though I think everybody in the chat is an adult and they're capable of making adult decisions. So with that in mind, Becca, you are going to tell me what you're drinking while I fix the fact that the chat isn't on the stream screen.
Sounds good. Tonight I am having a vodka Coke just because I had vodka in the freezer and I had Coke in the fridge.
That's a valid thing.
And I'm already halfway through the first one and I've got like 3 shots left that I'm trying to get through so I can finally get rid of this bottle. Anyways, that's what I'm drinking. What about you, Alex?
Well, as I cannot drink alcohol thanks to my medication situation, I'm having a delicious Diet Dr. Pepper. Yeah.
Solid.
My
Solid
favorite
choice.
soda. Over to you, Shaun.
This is an eggnog white Russian,
Okay.
but with apple pie spice in it in addition to the nutmeg. So
That's
it has
pretty good.
obviously eggnog. It's got a little bit of Kahlua, some vodka. I use my fancy vodka because I love myself. And I obviously put apple spice in here and also some nutmeg.
I feel like that vodka comment was a direct attack
It's
against
delicious. What? You had purity vodka? That sounds high class.
me. It was whatever, I think, if I recall correctly, I was like, what's a decent vodka to put in a Moscow Mule? And he was like, this one. And I was like, okay.
I guess the big question is the bottle glass or plastic?
It's glass.
Okay, so you're fine then.
Excellent.
The only time it's acceptable to get it in a plastic bottle is if you are buying a high quality vodka, but you need to buy it in like gallons.
Why would you need to buy a high quality vodka in gallons?
Don't question it.
Because some of us party, okay? We like to make a real big thing full.
I mean,
That guy on...
Is that the really big hangover that you get because you're an old man?
No, hold on. Okay, no, you all know that guy that's on like YouTube or TikTok, whatever, who makes like bizarre jungle juices where he just takes like a fucking giant 10-gallon thing and just pours like 8 trillion types of alcohol and
I'm
juice.
an elder being. I don't have a TikTok
It's
account.
on YouTube as well.
he did it on YouTube.
Okay? Yeah.
I also don't watch YouTube. I'm not one of you youth.
People think he's unhinged, and I disagree. He just makes beverages that taste good, but also make your soul slightly inebriated. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
So, yes, if you need that much. But, like, if you're having a party and you've got 100 people coming,
You're not going to use fancy
vodka is enough.
But you're not going to use fancy vodka.
Party that has 100 people coming. My God.
Yeah. Well, think about it. Like, how many shot glasses are in a gallon?
I'm just saying, I've never been to a party where the jungle juice was fancy. It's just jungle juice. It's not supposed to be fancy. It's supposed to get you fucked up.
Yeah,
fast.
but you can make it nice.
Yeah, but you do that with the mixers. You don't do that with the alcohol.
Well, okay,
Anyways.
so Becca, this is a thing that happens to you as you get older. You start just wanting like a
27.
slightly more refined version. Yeah, but you're not ancient like Shaun. So at some point when you cross into your 30s, you're going to be like, well, I want to give my elderly friends jungle juice, but it needs to be like fancier because, we're not in the drinking out of red Solo cups phase of our lives anymore. Some of these people have kids. We all have dogs. I've got a mortgage. It needs to be like, slightly refined.
Like, a lot of people tell me that my student loan bills are more than their mortgage every month, which is nice.
They
so
are,
I understand that.
Yeah.
It's quite depressing.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah, it's pretty rough.
I feel where you're coming from. I'm on my second
You
vodka
deserve nice
Coke now.
things. You definitely deserve nice things.
I just appreciate that I have apparently become the old man now. So not only do you guys call me that, but my wife also will sometimes just say, "You grumpy old man."
I mean, it's not my fault that your wife is beautiful and objectively correct.
I mean, she is gorgeous. That is correct. I have no idea what she sees in me. So
she apparently likes grumpy old men, so there you go.
I mean, I've asked her directly, and she's like, "I don't know." And that's kind of where we're at. So.
You said it, not us. Anyways, Now that we've all
Anyway,
gone
yeah.
through what we're drinking, Alex, would you be so kind as to give us a brief summary of An All Dogs Christmas Carol, which, yes, is the third and final installation of the All Dogs Go to Heaven series.
I mean, what is there to summarize? It's a fucking
It's
Christmas
literally
Carol,
just a
except
Christmas
with
Carol.
dogs. Yes, it's literally just a Christmas Carol, to the extent that it even has a little puppy named Tim who has a bum leg and is apparently going to die of poor.
Well,
Yeah,
he's
that's
not
the thing that
specifically going
happens.
to die of poor.
Well, I don't know. All we know is that the lady dog is just like,
Sasha.
this is going to be his last year, and apparently some kind of unspecified illness is going to take him out, which I can only assume is poor.
I mean, it's a little bit more effed up than that. It's more that the family's poor,
So
and
they
since
can't
they
afford
fix
the
this
medical
issue,
treatment.
they'll put the dog down, which
Yeah.
is unfortunately a thing that does happen.
It does. The movie does
Well,
start
yeah.
off with like
But it's still-
the framework.
The root cause is still poor.
The root cause
Yeah.
is still poor.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a pretty
So,
rough thing,
yeah,
you
no.
know.
I mean, it's basically, yeah, again, it's
I just wa-
a Christmas Carol, but with animated dogs, and
A
then
section to tie it into the All Dogs Go to Heaven
yeah,
canon.
into like the universe where the weird angel dog that doesn't have ears is telling it like a story really unnecessarily.
yeah.
Like there's no reason to frame it like that, especially understanding its place in the sort of television series thing, but we can get into that later. Like it doesn't really make any sense, not that I expect a lot of sense out of this, but it makes even less sense than it should.
I just want to note,
And it's just like,
we just got a follow on Twitch from someone named OG Butt Stuff.
Thank you for the follow, OG Butt Stuff. We greatly appreciate you and the new avenue.
I mean, I'm very glad that us talking about dogs is
Everybody
what got
likes
you here.
dogs. You know, everybody likes dogs.
Everyone likes, especially God. So there you go.
Yeah,
This
I mean,
movie,
all dogs
yeah,
go to
it
heaven.
went
Yeah.
so Christian. It got
Hey, it's
so
not that
Christian.
It's not that Christian. Jesus
the
isn't in
angel
this.
versus
I mean,
the devil.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it is not as Christian as All Dogs Go to Heaven 2, which is
I
all
don't remember
about
that one.
Carface stealing the horn of Gabriel.
Jesus.
Yeah.
It's pretty normal stuff.
And then Charlie goes to Earth to get it. And there's a devil cat that wants it so he can use it to make a permanent portal to hell.
This series of movies is
Mm.
they were on something.
Yes, they were.
Well, so okay.
They were on many things.
I actually saw All Dogs Go to Heaven in the
I did
theaters
too.
when I was a little
Me
kid.
too.
Wow. Are you guys
And-
not like in your graves?
And
Whoa! Don't worry, Becca. Our generation's gonna make sure yours will be early. So take that.
Oh, I mean, I've
No,
already accepted some shit.
Becca, the answer to that is very simple. It's because evil never dies.
Yeah, I should have known.
Unless it's Henry Kissinger.
Okay.
So, yeah, like, I remember, like, the first movie actually hit pretty hard,
Mhm.
because it was like, you know, the dog dies, and then the dog dies again, etc., and Charlie had to learn to be a good boy, and then he was still kind of a shitbag in All Dogs Go to Heaven 2, and I never actually watched the television series, so I'm just really puzzled, but when I went and read about it, it said, like, oh, then it was like Charlie was finally staying in heaven with Itchy, and they kept getting sent on guardian angel missions, so I really don't understand like where this fits in the canon of All Dogs Go to Heaven, which I know is not a thing that should bother me, but it does.
It's very strange. It's just a very strange, but also weirdly bland movie.
Hey,
Yeah,
you be
well, I mean-
careful right now. It is not bland. It has great musical numbers.
Oh no, it's super
No, it
bland.
doesn't.
It is
look.
incredibly bland. It is
I mean-
unseasoned mashed potatoes bland.
When we hear a Christmas carol, come on.
I
Look,
hope you noticed the
all I'm
life
saying is-
completely drain out of my face.
Daniel in chat is correct. Daniel in chat.
We
No,
live
hold,
in
no. I will not brook anymore.
No, the chat does not exist to me. The chat does not exist to me. I'm just saying, we live in a world where the Muppet Christmas Carol exists.
That is true, and that is obviously the superior animal-related
like-
carol. Yes.
I mean, it is, outside of maybe Scrooged, one of the best retellings and most interesting ones of A Christmas Carol because it's fucking weird. And this was not.
This was
It's
just like
great.
line for line. Let's hit all the
Yep.
story beats.
No, hold on. No. Daniel in chat is correct. It is heartwarming. It is emotional. And those of us who have a soul certainly began to cry
well.
just a little bit here.
I'm Ginger,
Yeah.
so
Yeah, as am I. So
you invited two
people without
soulless
souls.
people onto this podcast and expected us to care.
Yeah.
Anyways, hello, Carturo. I disagree. Unseasoned mashed potatoes are not delicious. You need to at least have salt, butter, and some sort of cream.
No.
I would say cream and butter. I've been having to go like really sodium free. Though, okay, so Becca, let me
Okay.
pitch this to you. My mom has started making horseradish mashed potatoes.
Gimme. Put it in my body.
It is so
I
good.
fucking love horseradish. I know a lot of people don't, but I fucking love horseradish. And like horseradish aiolis,
You are
they're
correct.
so delicious. Thank you. That's what I'll be eating on Christmas.
Butter and horseradish in your mash.
I do want to note in chat, it has been noted that I am an atheist, and so apparently I also don't have a soul. So this is a soulless, ironically, it's a bunch of soulless people watching a movie that is ostensibly
Wait,
religious in nature.
But does atheism and gingerness cancel out? So do I have a soul because the like double negative?
Yeah, I was gonna say.
No.
Same.
It means
Or is it
that
just like I
doesn't-
have less than none of a soul?
Like a
Yeah.
black hole.
No,
Am I like
don't think it
actively sucking it in?
doubles.
Okay.
I think it just, like, I feel really bad about making the joke, but I'm just going to do it anyway, which is, I think just by its very nature, there's nothing you can do to acquire a soul. You just automatically are without.
I see.
Yeah. I'm sorry, I don't
That's
make
true.
the rules,
So-
okay?
No, I mean that makes
mean,
sense.
yeah.
You know what? The next time I have Mormons come to my door, I'm gonna tell them that. Like, no, you came to the wrong place. I'm a ginger and I can never have a soul, so I don't give a shit what you have to say.
Anyways, let's dance.
God.
Here's Shaun Duke's email address if you want to check on the.
No,
the,
you are not emailing me. You can email complaints@skiffyandfanty.com, which is definitely a real email that we have. Please don't cancel us.
Definitely.
Listener suggestions.
After my extremely thorough summary of this movie, which is it's A Christmas Carol
With dogs.
but with animated dogs.
Yes. It is a very delightful movie, and it's a musical.
I also
No.
I did enjoy the fact
Yes,
that the
but
angel
no.
dog and the devil dog were voiced by the same person.
Well, I mean, it makes sense because they're sisters.
They're like twins almost.
Which is apparently like I'm guessing also that's a thing from the TV series because the angel dog with weirdly
Annabelle.
no ears was in the movie, but the devil dog wasn't.
Yeah. Belladonna.
Wow, you have like incredible memory for this show.
No, she
Did
never
this
watched
show
the show. She read
indoctrinate
the summaries.
So
Okay,
anyway,
I'm sorry. I thought for a moment, like, Alex, this show, like, at one point guided you to the path of Jesus, and then you, like, had a major course correction somewhere along the way. Like,
Absolutely not.
and then I was like, but what if I was gay and committed crime?
Not even the cartoon dogs were able to stop you from being
Not even
gay.
the cartoon dogs. It's true. As conversion therapy, it failed.
wow, that's got dark.
Welcome to a podcast with me, Shaun, and Alex.
Yeah.
happens
Daniel
every
does
time.
have a question, a logistical question that Alex, I think you can answer. How is there a demon dog if they all go to heaven?
Well, she's a whippet, so,
So,
I don't think
okay.
it counts.
Well, no, I feel like for that to be true, the demon dog would actually have to be a Jack Russell Terrier because they're apparently
Demon
just
dogs, yeah.
absolutely evil. But okay, this does get covered in the movie,
Mhm.
which I do remember. And so the whole point of the movie is Charlie, the German Shepherd, who's like the only dog Charlie and Itchy are the only dogs whose names I remember. He gets hit by a car because Carface wants to steal his casino because Charlie was already a kind of a bad dog. And so he gets run over by a car and he goes to heaven because all dogs go to heaven. But then he's like, fuck this. he steals the pocket watch that like represents his earthly life and winds it back up, and it sends him back down to Earth. And as he's like going back to Earth, Annabelle is like, "No, this means you can never come back, so you're gonna go to hell instead." So all the dogs go to heaven once, and then they go to hell.
And there was a reference to that pocket watch, by the way, in All Dogs Christmas Carol. It was the little timepiece they looked up at in their little, like, incredibly spacious alleyway that was also kind of a bar.
Yes.
The things
Somehow.
Alex remembers is just astonishing.
I still, like, one thing I didn't really think of as a kid, but now it bothers me as an adult, is the whole idea was that Charlie and Carface were, like, in business together running a casino.
Yes.
And then Carface killed him.
Yes.
So he could have all the casino profits. And I'm just like, how the fuck does a dog run a casino? He doesn't
but
have
how the fuck does
thumbs.
a dog own a house? Because Carface owns a fucking 2-story house in San
guys.
Francisco.
I mean, also
folks,
true.
Folks, it's a cartoon.
Let us make it real.
No. You can talk to Netflix about the live action adaptation of All Dogs Go to Heaven, but in the cartoon universe, they for whatever reason can hold shit. That's just how dogs work in cartoon land.
Okay, Shaun, counterpoint. It's a stupid cartoon.
I mean, All Dogs Go to Heaven, I have very fond memories of, but
I do too.
It probably doesn't
not
hold
this.
up. It's probably kind of horrible.
I do remember watching it on VHS when I was a child. Like, I do specifically remember we owned the VHS, and I watched it several times when I was a child.
Yeah, and like, I don't want to go back and watch it again because I'm pretty sure the Suck Fairy will have visited
Probably. It's very possible. Yeah, unfortunately.
I mean, the Suck Fairy was all over this one, so...
So Daniel wants to know in chat, why do they celebrate the birth of Christ if they don't need salvation because they are inherently good dogs and thus are free of original sin?
We're not
that is an
theologists.
interesting philosophical question.
I didn't go to seminary.
Okay, this is what my take as a redheaded atheist would be. If all dogs go to heaven innately, it is because they are all innately born with a love for all humanity, including Jesus Christ.
Oh, so innately they're believers. And so what you're saying is that dogs are like born again Christians, like once you're saved, always saved. They're like Baptists.
Exactly.
Got it. Okay.
They're just born saved. It's
Whoa.
fated. It's
So he's like the greatest owner ever, says Daniel.
Whoa.
Yeah, they're almost like they're almost like Jehovah's Witnesses, except all dogs are saved instead of just like 4,400.
So wait, hold on. So that means Carface goes to heaven at some point.
Okay, so no, remember that does actually happen in the first movie where Carface does go to heaven, and then you see him run off with his own watch and run away, and Annabelle's like, no, don't do that. And Charlie's just like, oh, he'll be back.
Which is then leads to the plot of the second movie, right?
Yeah.
But he's still around. Doing dastardly things.
This is why I don't understand how this fits into the like milieu of the movies. It doesn't make any sense because at the end of the second movie, Carface, after stealing the horn of Gabriel and allowing an evil devil cat to make a permanent portal to hell on Alcatraz Island, which I mean does get defeated, but still, he's a very bad dog for doing that, and also it means he's left heaven, so he definitely goes to hell. Somehow he's still back? I don't know.
Born again. Yeah.
I guess it doesn't make so
I
they kind
don't
of do
think
like heaven and hell, but also reincarnation. I don't know.
But they're all the same dog still. How do you reincarnate into the same dog? It's more like regression.
No. Jesus came back from the dead, so maybe dogs get a freebie. Or 3.
And cats get 9.
But that's because they're inherently attached to the devil.
Right, so like really it's a better deal.
But we already knew that.
Cats are also inherently superior. Let's be
We're
real.
going to get so
Anyways,
many angry
it's
emails from religious people. Whew.
Don't worry, they can just go straight into spam.
Don't worry, I don't read the emails. That's Daniel's job.
Yep.
All the blasphemy we're
You're welcome,
committing
Daniel.
right now. Okay, we have likes and dislikes to get to, so we're going to get to them likes.
Yeah, somehow.
So, all right. Alex, please tell us, what is your like about this movie? Your legitimate like that is not at all a fake bullshit like that I've never done.
that you've definitely never done something like that. My like is the running time. Even with ads from YouTube, it was a pretty short movie, and I can appreciate that.
It's an hour and 19 minutes.
Yeah, can't argue with that. It could have been shorter, but it was just long enough for me to build a set of shelves. So, good job.
Okay. That's it?
Nice and bite-sized.
Oh wow.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
Wow. You all are joyless. You have no concept of holiday cheer.
I
None.
have a genuine one.
Uh-huh. Okay.
I have a genuine one.
Sure. Go on, Becca. What's your genuine one?
Specifically, it was the scene with Martha and Timmy where Timmy breaks the plate. So Timmy's the one with the bum leg. Timmy's trying to get to his stocking, which has a bone in it, and he like climbs up a stool and presents to like jump up and falls down on the plate of cookies for Santa and breaks the plate. And his owner, Martha, this little girl, tries to take responsibility in front of her mother. It's like, no, I did it. But Timmy, through, dog logic, convinces the mother that, no, it was actually me and I'm sorry. And I just, it was like it did exactly what it was meant to do, which was like, kind of tug a heartstring minutely.
So I will say in that scene, for the briefest moment when he falls and breaks the plate because they cut away, I was like, oh, is this how he's going to die?
Okay.
The sharpest cookies in the world. No. And then he was alive.
So when
it was
Alex
all right.
started that, because I saw in chat, Cartero referenced the Grinch, and I was like, I thought Alex was going to go, and my heart started to grow 3 sizes or whatever. No, Alex was like, and I thought the dog was dead.
I have enough problems with my internal organs without my heart becoming enlarged. But yeah, no, it's just because of the way they cut away from it, and everyone was like, oh, and I was like, did the puppy fucking die? Like, who put razor blades in the cookies? Jesus Christ.
Who put a needle and 7 Allen wrenches in my kid's chocolate?
You thought that was a nice little moment when little Timmy the dog.
It was a nice little moment. And I also, I'm a sucker for redemption stories. So, the Carface realizing, I suffered, but that doesn't mean you have to. That's pretty nice.
It's a decent message. I mean, let's be real. Alex, our generation's been saying that for a long time, and...
I mean, I wish more boomers had watched this special, and maybe they could have understood that.
Maybe then, I wouldn't have to deal with all
we don't have to make it so everyone suffers? Oh, that's what the real holiday spirit's about. This movie was not seen by many people. No, that absolutely not.
Oh no, decidedly not. It was direct to video.
Well, back in the day, that wasn't
TV.
that big a deal because you'd go to your Blockbuster and you'd rent a movie. And so, yeah.
That's fair.
So, your kids were like, oh, they really liked All Dogs Go to Heaven. Let's get an All Dogs Christmas Carol because they might like that too. I saw lots of straight to DVD or straight to VHS movies back in the day when I was a kid.
I don't remember most of my childhood because I blocked it out due to trauma, so I might have seen a bunch.
Well, I did. I lived through the era of Disney making unnecessary sequels to its animated movies, so.
There were 50 Land Before Times, yes. Daniel is right.
And you are correct. This is another unnecessary sequel.
I mean, I would agree in general. It's an unnecessary sequel. However, I need to get to my and I'm going to tell you right now, I don't care what you all think, because I'm correct. And I have a fucking story that is amazing. This is an amazing story to come. Okay, so the music in this is absolutely fucking amazing. Mark Waters is the composer. Mark Waters he's got 400 something credits, a lot of direct-to-video movies. He's worked on All Dogs Go to Heaven 2, did a bunch of stuff for Dinotopia, a lot of stuff, tons of television. He's a pretty big deal in terms of just television and related categories of composing, right? This is a musical, and he was involved not only in the medleys and the weaving in of classic Christmas themes like Jingle Bells and so on. He also handled and helped, obviously, with the lyricists to do all of the musical numbers, which most of them are pretty solid, I would argue. Or at least I rather enjoyed them. And here's the thing. I liked the music so much watching this the other night with everybody that I went and looked to see if I could buy the soundtrack, because I was like, this is kind of like, like Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, which we talked about, at least live, we talked about it the previous evening, which is, it's a very delightful soundtrack, very Christmassy, and has a lot of the themes that I like, and some of the songs, like the main theme that everyone sings about when they hear a Christmas carol, they know that it's Christmas time. Like, those things really made me happy. So I went looking to see if I could buy it, and it is not available anywhere at all whatsoever. You can't buy it. So me thinking, gosh, I'll be a brilliant person. Let's just cold email the composer and see, maybe it's hiding somewhere. I can buy a vinyl or something somewhere, right? So I emailed the composer at like 8, 9 o'clock or something at night, right? Saying, I love this. I loved it. It really elevated the material. I just really enjoyed the soundtrack. Is there a version available anywhere for sale? And 4 hours later, I get an email back from said composer calling me Shauna. I just want to note. So thanks, Mark Waters. My name's now Shauna, but I don't care, because he said that he was both. I will read it. No, hold the fucking fort. I'm going to read this goddamn email.
Oh my god. I am delighted that you've begun your transition.
Wow,
Congratulations, Shauna.
Yeah. So pleased.
I mean, at least I know I'd be supported.
Mm-hmm.
So
It's true. Shaun, I will say, like, I didn't hate the music numbers, and actually I did actively enjoy the one that Charlie had, where he's in like the yellow suit.
That's a good one. Okay.
Yeah, that one was fun.
Here's the email. All right, here we go. Thank you for your very kind email. So hold on. I'll just do the full. Hello, Shauna.
Bless.
Thank you for your very kind email. I just want to thank. I really love you, Mark Waters. You're wonderful. I have very fond memories of that project. Alas, I could not get a soundtrack label to release a soundtrack. I was surprised too, since it features some well-known actors, and it was recorded in London, so there would be no union fees. But it is show business, as they say. I have attached an MP3 of the prologue, main title, and opening song. It is a nice keepsake from the movie Happy Holidays, Mark Waters. And I have an MP3 that I can't play because I'm pretty sure I don't have the rights to do so, so I won't play it.
You do not.
But I have an MP3 of said prologue, main title, and opening song in MP3 that I have listened to. And it is one of the most beautiful things that has ever happened to me on the holidays, other than family-related things. So it's still a couple steps down, but like still pretty high up there, guy.
That's sweet. That's really sweet.
It's so cool. I love it.
Especially to get a response like so fast of like, wow, like thanks. That's so cute.
I mean, that's why I say, like, if there is a thing you like, I mean, like, actors are kind of different because they're the face and everybody.
Yeah.
But if it's like a writer or a composer, email them and tell them, because nobody ever fucking emails us. It's also like, I mean, my God, okay, if you're doing research and you ever want to get a copy of a scientific paper that is paywalled on like Elsevier or something, email the lead author and be like, hey, I'm doing this project and this paper would be really helpful. And like 9 times out of 10, they'll be like, yes, please. I just want somebody to read this and acknowledge that I exist and that I did a bunch of work. Like, it makes people so happy to be like, oh, this thing I did had some impact. Yay!
No, absolutely. So I published my honors thesis in undergrad, and it recently broke. And so that was like 7 years ago. And it recently broke 20,000 downloads. And that, like, warms my fucking heart, man.
Dude, that's cool.
20,000 downloads.
Hold the fucking
How did you get 20,000 downloads?
Yeah.
Is it about butt stuff?
No, but it's about, let me fucking pull up the title. I can never say it off the top of my head.
Oh my God, if it's some, like, Marxist fucking thing, I'm gonna be mad.
It's about modern mythology and cross-cultural consciousness.
The Marxist modern mythologist alienation experience within the contours of the ethnocentric society of Jesus. Yeah, I get it.
Give me a second.
Right? Wait, is there a colon in your title? Do you have a colon and then a list of items?
What got you so bent about Marxist stuff?
Sorry, I've been making so much fun of, like, weird Marxist interpretations of things, because it's, like, it's fucking low-hanging fruit for academic jokes.
Okay, no. So it's called The Mythological Perspective of Modern Media, Cross-Cultural Consciousness, and Modern Myths.
Wait, where's the colon? Where's the colon? Where's the colon?
Right after modern. It's called The Mythological Perspective of Modern Media.
Amazing.
But it's about.
Amazing.
So I was looking at like Joseph Campbell and like the hero's journey sort of thing, and how most of this, it's postmodernism. Most of the stories that we tell have already been told in some way, shape, or form. We just add new details to make them new. So I got to talk about Legend of Zelda and Harry Potter and Star Trek, and like I had a super fun time with it. And yeah, so it just broke 20,000 downloads.
How?
20,546.
What'd you do? How'd you do that?
I don't know.
Well, now you need to know how much did mine. Hold on.
But yeah, I had a super
I gotta
fun
find
time
out
with it.
now. How much did mine get downloaded? It probably didn't get downloaded at all.
And so yeah, that was published in September of 2018.
I don't want to know. Like 20,000. It's gonna be really sad when I look and it's like
I'm so sorry.
5. It's
But
like
and then
5.
also recently, I got somebody who wanted to connect with me on LinkedIn because they read my paper, and I was like, okay. So yeah, email people who write papers. Like, they would love to give you a free copy if it's under paywall. Usually, like 9 times out of 10.
I just want to note, in contrast, my master's thesis has had 14 views since January 9th, 2020.
I mean,
give it another 2 years. I'm sure.
Yes, everyone is going to care about sedimentary and climatic response to the second Eocene thermal maximum in the McCullough Peaks area.
Yeah, absolutely.
yes, because how many times am I gonna fucking Google that?
Yeah, exactly.
Would I understand it if I tried to read it?
Maybe.
That is a no. That is definitely a no.
Here, I'll send you guys the link and you can go read the abstract.
Yeah, I won't be able to view the amount of times it was downloaded. So you know what? I feel like it's probably 6 million. So I feel good now.
You know, if that's what you got in your heart, go for it.
I mean, there's literally nothing I could do. Oh, there's the stats file. Yeah, we can just move on.
So how's that going?
No, we're good. I can move on with my life now.
Oh no!
I think that was my master's. That wasn't No, that was. No, it wasn't. Oh my god, that was my dissertation.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody fucking cares. Oh god, why am I doing this?
Oh, I think my topic is much, it's like much loved because I got to talk about 3 pieces of really classic media. So it's
true.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to make everybody depressed.
It's okay.
No, you know what? I just looked and my master's thesis has had 4 citations.
There you go.
I will take it. It means I contributed.
Why am I in this industry? I should just fucking be.
I don't know.
Oh, this is bizarre. Why am I doing this to myself? I realize that nobody cares right now, but
That's what it's like being in academia, right?
Yeah.
Literally no one gives a shit.
Literally nobody cares.
No, nobody does.
Somehow I'm cited as a reference in Gary Gygax's current biography?
What?
What? Never mind. That's real weird.
Okay, we can move on. Well, because that's a thing I should do on my own time to make myself depressed and need to drink more alcohol. But
I mean, fair.
I would just note, it's really weird to be one of a handful of people that's written a dissertation on what I've written on, and then find out apparently nobody gives a shit. And it's what am I doing? Why am I bothering? I should just write about Zelda. Apparently.
I mean, people liked it.
You know what the irony is?
The hero's journey, man.
No,
Here's
the thing. The irony is, Becca, more people want to read what you've written, except academics won't hire you.
No, absolutely not.
It's stupid. People should be holy shit, 20,000 downloads of your fucking thesis. Holy crap. They should be clamoring to just throw jobs at you. But apparently, if you don't have a neo-Marxist reinterpretation of the masculine
what is up with you and Marx?
Sorry, I just find it.
All I can assume is that this is some very specific salt about English stuff in academia, because obviously this is not a problem that we have in geology.
No, it's not. No.
I mean, but my degree is in writing, rhetoric, and technical communication, so
hold on. What would be a Marxist interpretation of geology? Let me tell you about the dehumanizing effects of the Cascade Mountains. What?
Look, is not the proletariat ground down the very sediment that we build our aquifers from?
You're not wrong. So Daniel in chat has a quoted from a paper that is about, oh my God, apparently Daniel really found it. It's on All Dogs Go to Heaven and Marxist feminist theory. And I will quote directly from what Daniel's put in chat. In this paper, I analyze how All Dogs Go to Heaven incorporates and reshapes American mythic themes. I interpret their function in relation to dominant ideologies, situating my investigation in a Marxist feminist framework. Finally, I evaluate the film's subversive potential and consider the implications of its cultural position and ideological agenda.
All Dogs Going to Heaven
You're-
was not screaming for a feminist Marxist analysis.
I will just note that while I'm sure the actual paper offers more, that sounds to me like part of the abstract. That abstract says literally nothing. It says absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
Right? Marxist feminist framework can mean like 87 different things. The American mythic themes can also mean 87 different things. Right? The subversive potential is vague. It doesn't mean anything. Subversive potential in what sense? The implications of its cultural position and ideological agenda, I don't know what those mean. Right? This is the abstract. This can't be the actual paper.
Well, no, that's an abstract because it starts like in this paper. I will, but I just want to say, Shaun, this is why your wife calls you a grumpy old
I
man.
am a grumpy old man. I am. I'm sorry.
Because you sound like
It's okay. We still love you.
Honey, we didn't do Marxist interpretations of everything. We had to do actual research and analysis.
What is this published in? It's published
What
in...
is this? Some fancy online journal?
This has
I bet
devolved.
it's not even peer reviewed.
This has devolved
Articulate.
so quickly.
Articulate Volume
We had to
13,
peer review
Article
uphills
2.
both ways in the snow.
Wait, hold on. Cartro says in chat this won an award for scholarly writing. That paragraph means nothing. It doesn't say anything.
Becca, I feel like
It's in
I
chat.
feel like we're watching a man go through the stages of his midlife crisis.
It's either that or the
in
stages
real
of grief.
time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like a weird combination of the two.
Yeah,
He's
where he's
just
just like, what have
devolving.
I done with my entire life? Like,
Well, I'm telling you, you should have written a paper about Zelda. People love it. People gobble that shit up.
I will just
Yeah.
say, I have glanced at some of the other paragraphs, and there is more substance. That paragraph just happens to be completely and utterly
Yeah, that's
unnecessary.
really... That doesn't say much.
No,
it's
it
really-
says
it's-
literally nothing. There's nothing.
It's just academic
in it.
speak. Yeah.
It's words. It's just... I can't, like... No. I mean, I'm sure
Thank
this
you.
paper's fine, by the way, though, and maybe Becca wrote something that's interesting, too.
wow, someone's a little angry.
No,
Like,
but no. Okay, no. Like, in all honesty, Becca, that is very impressive, and that is really
Thank
lovely.
you.
I'm sorry, like, do the three ghosts of academic past, present, and future. need
We're here to
visit
determine if
this
you get
Christmas?
tenure.
It does sound like an interesting paper, and I do really like. In all honesty, yeah, really, congratulations. Yeah, that is fantastic.
Thank you.
So,
I mean, in contrast, my master's thesis was boring as hell because if you read through it, the conclusion is literally, there's not enough data for me to make any conclusions. We need to do further study.
that is honest,
sorry.
though.
Yeah, I mean, that's how
Anyways, we
that's
should...
how science goes, baby.
That is how science goes. But we should probably move
Should
on
we?
to our dislikes.
Should we? Do we need to? Can we just give it an A and
We've-
be done?
We've been...
No!
No, this is torture cinema. We have a
We can give
formula.
it an F if you want, or
Yeah.
a C.
The great
I
thing
don't
is,
know.
I can
Decidedly
edit
not.
the page that this goes up with, and I can easily just say A for everybody involved.
Yes, but Shaun, I will know that you're a liar. Becca will know you're a liar. Everyone who is in the
Shaun,
stream will know that you're a liar.
you should
and
understand-
You know what? Annabelle will know you're a liar.
I don't care.
You'll never
She's
gonna-
boring.
No, but Shaun, academic integrity.
Oh, come on. You
Academic
know
in-
we don't have that.
No, I work in administration at a fucking university. I know we don't fucking have that.
No comment.
I do marketing for a university. No
Look,
comment.
I work for a government agency. We at least have to follow our own rules.
Yeah.
Do you? Do you, Becca?
Yeah.
Or Alex, whoever
Wait.
you are? I don't have to follow any rules. Everybody is
Wow,
Becca now.
Did we just get all redheads look the same?
We did, despite the fact that our hair is nowhere near the same length.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Okay, let's do dislikes. Alex, what's your dislike now?
I dislike that you think that Becca and I are the same person.
Sorry, I misspoke. Don't kill me.
Oh, man.
We don't even wear the same glasses.
All right, what's your dislike then?
Whew.
My dislike is that this is definitely not anywhere near the worst torture cinema movie I've ever watched, but I think this is actually the most deeply unnecessary one. And I don't say that lightly, because there have been a lot of movies we've watched for torture cinema where I'm like, why did this need to be made?
Uh-huh.
Who thought this was a good idea? But this is more unnecessary than Will Ferrell's Land Before Time. Like, no one was asking for this movie. It doesn't do anything new or interesting. It's just a straight up retelling of A Christmas Carol that doesn't make sense and doesn't do anything different with the story. It's just, there is no reason for it to exist other than, I guess, that, you know, the nice man who composed the music was able to pay his mortgage, so good for him.
Well, we don't know that he was able to pay his mortgage.
Well, I assume it helped him pay some kind of bill. Either that or maybe he just, like, for all I know, he just snorted a lot of cocaine like Nick Cage. And it went straight up his nose. But you know what? If so, bless, it was his money.
I'm pretty sure
he earned it.
did not do any cocaine. Because
he turned in solid work for a deeply unnecessary
he
film.
did turn in very solid work for this movie. What's weird is it's if it's necessary for anything, it's certainly to confirm some of the flaws in its theological positions. Because the notion, and this would be my dislike, the notion that Carface is redeemable after all the things he's done would seem to suggest that the moral framework of this whole thing is completely fucked.
Yes, because lest we forget, the whole point is, in the first movie, Carface fucking murdered Charlie.
With a car.
With a car. Literally had him run over with a car that he and his buddy pushed down the hill so it would hit Charlie and kill him.
And a reminder, the reason he helps Timmy in the end is not because Timmy is dead. He's gonna be ganked, right? Basically. The reason is because his own personal story of him being an asshole dog that just wasn't trained right led him to be kicked out on the street, and he doesn't want that to happen to Timmy. It has very little to actually do with him actually saving a life. He wants Timmy to live a different life than he led. But even at the end of this, he doesn't actually redeem himself. He just says, but I still have a business to run. And so the implication is he's only being nice on Christmas. That's it.
I mean, I guess that's an improvement from not being nice on Christmas.
Yeah.
Sure.
But yeah, I mean, as far
But
as
also, let him have a little redemption. He says, I'm gonna go visit my mom for the first time since I was a puppy.
His mom's dead. He's visiting a grave.
Well, still.
I would say it is one of those things that kind of misses the point of A Christmas Carol, because, yeah, in the actual, like, the book and everything else, it's, you know, not that Scrooge is like, oh, I can now empathize with these people because they're going through something I exactly went through. It's more him being like, oh, I've been forced to recognize the humanity in others. And so his redemption and turnaround is not about, like, a very self-absorbed kind of thing.
Right.
Whereas, like, yeah, you're right. Carface is just like, it's all about me. Now, I will say, him being like, this thing happened to me and it sucks, so I don't want it to happen to someone else. That's at least nice. Like, I wish more people would do that. But also, that does not forgive the fact that he's a fucking murderer.
Right. And I think you're right that this film misses the kind of point. And it kind of muddies the water because, you know, with Scrooge, the whole idea is like, Scrooge is not, he's a rude, grumpy, penny pinching capitalist, but he's not actively going out of his way to deliberately ruin people's lives in their personal space, right? He's just making them work, which is admittedly not nice and is a bad thing. But Carface shows up and steals all their shit, including the fund for Timmy. So, like, it's like he's more evil than Scrooge. Scrooge is just like, nobody likes Scrooge. Nobody wants to be around him.
Yeah.
The only reason
he's
they
just a
work
miser
there,
and a dick.
Yeah, he's just a giant dick. And then this, Carface is actually like a criminal kind of monstrous thing.
Yeah,
monster.
like, I mean, as far as we know, Scrooge had not ever actually murdered anyone on purpose. Perhaps
As
maybe
far
a
as
little
we
manslaughter.
know.
Well, I mean, it's, like I said, as far as we know, maybe there was like a little like, neglect, death through neglect, etc., etc. But there
Right.
wasn't him like with malice and forethought having somebody killed so he could take their business.
Right.
Or if so, Charles Dickens did not put that in the book.
It's not there, and certainly the fact that it's so explicit in this movie. I
That's
think
in
is
All
a big
Scrooges Go
deal.
to Heaven,
Yeah, that's
the
also
unpublished sequel.
Scrooge actually was actively trying to get Timmy to die. Yeah, little Tim.
Yes. He's like, fuck that kid.
Fuck that kid in particular. Anyways.
Decrease the surplus population. I mean,
God.
I will just note, this movie, most of them appear to be stray dogs. And I will note also that our treatment of dogs is quite literally to spay and neuter. So we are trying to decrease their surplus population. So,
Well, yeah, I
You just made it
mean,
real awkward.
you're
yeah.
welcome.
I mean, yeah, Alex and I usually take it to a dark place, but you just go like,
I mean, I will, however, point out that the subtle but important difference is that, unlike in the movie, dogs are not sapient.
That we know of.
anyways,
No,
Sean,
I've
what's your
owned some dogs.
dislike?
I've owned some dogs before. They're not fucking sapient.
Dogs are so dumb, and I love them.
They're so fucking dumb.
They
They're
are
great,
dumb.
but they're, oh god, they're dumb. That's part of why
Anyways.
they're great, is they're dumb.
Oh.
Yeah, right? Sean, what is your dislike?
I already did it. My dislike is the fact that Carface is
that's-
not redeemable, and they've completely
Yeah.
botched that part of the story. Yeah. So what's
That was really-
yours, Becca?
There wasn't a corgi.
Okay, so corgis didn't
That's
exist yet.
because all the corgis are actually in hell
All the
too.
corgis. No,
Yeah.
that was just a note I wrote down. That's not my real dislike, but still,
Okay.
I think it counts.
I corgi haters come for me. I don't like corgis.
They're adorable, but they have so many health issues. It's not worth it.
Well, I mean, they're horrible little yappy things that can jump really, really high, and
It's
that's
really
not my
strange.
favorite.
Oh, got it.
Well,
Okay.
it's
really
because
strange.
they can jump high enough to like bite your face. I am not drawing this as a random example.
Oh,
They're
Corgis have surprising jumping power.
I'm
Really?
good.
They
Short
can go
legs.
places.
Yeah.
I don't like dogs that don't look like dogs anymore. So
Pugs.
That's
Yeah.
not so fair.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, to me, it feels very unfair that, like, when they had the portion where, Carface kind of got, like, his little preview of hell, and all of the demon dogs were, like, bulldogs. And that feels really
Yeah.
unfair to bulldogs, because I've actually never met a bulldog that wasn't pretty nice. It should have all been corgis.
There are no bad dogs. There are only bad owners.
that's the thing, right? Okay, is that your dislike, Becca?
My real dislike was, and it's not like direct, like it's kind of tangentially related to the movie, but like bad dog owners who throw out dogs or take them back to a shelter because they do stuff that they were not trained not to do.
He's a puppy.
Like he's a puppy and he peed in the house.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. A puppy is going to pee in your house multiple
like, the whole
times
point.
until
You're,
you
like,
train
training
them
them.
that you have to go outside. Like it's not his fault, and you shouldn't have thrown out your dog because he fucking peed in the house. So they were shit people. So that was my dislike, was just like, I fucking hate those people.
One time he he supposedly was a rambunctious little guy, but like we only see one instance where he breaks something. That's it? You just throw a dog out after that? Fuck those owners.
Fucking, it's snowing and raining, or there's like snow on the ground and it's raining and it's disgusting and terribly cold out, and you just throw a dog outdoors?
Right?
Yeah.
No!
Those people definitely don't deserve to
Fuck
go to
that.
heaven.
Those people went to hell. I know
They
they're fictional.
shoulda.
But if you adopt an animal, you are taking on the responsibility to care for that animal through their lifespan. And if you can't take that responsibility, you should reconsider adopting.
Well, yeah, I mean, yes, in the context,
yeah.
in this context, that yeah, there are situations where you do need to return a dog.
Yes.
Which-
And there are people who like do their best and like just cannot do it
or
anymore.
It's like,
Yeah.
well, yeah, and it's like, oh, the dog has more energy than I can do it, or
Yeah.
I have health problems now and I can't, or I've
Mhm.
got to move
Absolutely.
to a
There are
place.
definitely
But yeah, no,
situations.
But
but
that's also different. That's like, I'm gonna contact a rescue or find this dog another good home, and not like I'm gonna fucking drive out of the woods and dump
dump
this
my dog on the side of the
like-
road and drive away.
Yeah,
like,
no.
that's terrible. You shouldn't do that.
Yeah, absolutely.
You are that dog's entire world.
Yeah,
Stop.
Yep,
yeah, I agree. They're terrible.
agreed.
Becca, you are 100% correct.
Those people suck.
They are awful. All the owners are. All the owners are awful. Like, the parents, when the dog breaks the plate, the little Timmy dog breaks the plate, their response should be, like, okay, the plate broke, that sucks and all, but, like, you just, that's the kid. Make sure to watch the dog. It's a puppy, right? Puppies break things, they get into stuff they're not supposed to. You gotta teach the dog.
They chew on stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, they chew on so much fucking stuff.
That's what they do. So, like...
My parents' dog would not stop going after my fucking flip-flops.
I don't...
Oh, yeah.
It, like, really made me mad watching this, and I guess it made you mad too, Becca. Like, just the amount, the degree to which the humans in this are, like, the worst thing possible, other than Carface, who's a murderer.
I mean, it's the kind of weird thing about, like, you know, the conceit of the film being, like, you know, dogs are sapient and have their own culture, etc., etc., and then, like, that supposedly humans are not involved in, but then the humans all treat dogs like they're way more intelligent and morally responsible than actual dogs are.
Yeah.
So it's just, it doesn't, they never really kind of establish, like, you know, are all the dogs like super dogs?
And, like, how many, when their dogs are being hypnotized to, like, go bring their, you know, presents to Alcatraz Island or whatever.
You forgot that part.
How many dogs can get out of their house that fucking easily? How fucking irresponsible are those owners that your dogs can just walk out onto the street for free every fucking night?
Like, Timmy's family had a fucking dog door in the front door?
Yeah!
Who does that?
No one!
The humans in this place are horrible.
Yeah.
I was also extremely mystified because it was like, Carface took everybody's bones, which I guess bones are currency for dogs, but then he was
they were collecting real money
yeah,
for
like,
Timmy.
Yeah, and where did the dogs get the money?
The casino?
It was just coins, which are harder to pick up than, like, a dollar bill that's been dropped on the street. Like, how can a dog get their mouth around a coin, but also apparently dogs can pick shit up with their hands?
We've been through this. In this cartoon universe, dogs can do that. Okay?
Well, then you could just say in the cartoon universe that is just the relationship between dogs and humans, but it's bad.
It's bizarre.
Yeah,
to say the least.
It's weird and it doesn't make sense.
No.
Because at least, I feel like at least my memory of the movie was the dogs were pretty much treated like dogs. Like, they weren't any more intelligent than dogs. And then, like, the little girl that Charlie hangs out with, her special thing was that she could understand the dogs.
Yep.
Right,
so,
yeah.
you know, that was, like, really cool. And she was like, oh yeah, they're smart and they can do stuff. But none of the other humans were like that.
No.
So yeah, it doesn't make any sense.
Who knows? You know, I don't know what to tell you. This movie really throws a wrench in things.
The only thing that makes less sense is that Becca's thesis has 20,000 downloads, and it's not about Marxist feminism.
Oh lordy! Well, thank you
like
for that.
Like a snake eating its tail.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we should get to our final thoughts and a grade, I think, because we don't need to have this be an hour over the length of this movie. Because it was short. It was 73 minutes long. And we are, at this moment, hitting approximately the 74-minute mark. So,
I mean, to be fair... There was quite a section in the middle where we were not in any way discussing the movie.
Yeah.
I don't agree.
Because Shaun was having a midlife crisis.
I think everything has been very much focused on the topic, and some of us are very professional, unlike others who are present.
We have stayed on task.
I can try to analyze Carface as the hero and go through all the steps of the hero's journey, but I don't think we want to do that.
Also, I can't handle another 20,000 downloads of like your new thesis. I can't do it, Becca. My ego can only take so much.
Oops.
I'm a professor, for fuck's sake.
I'm sorry. People like myths. People like mythology.
I'm supposed to not. I'm really not that important. I don't give a shit. Whatever. It's fine. Who cares?
In the grand scheme of things, we are all a minute speck of dust.
Oh, no. Yeah, 100%. I'm more important for a podcast that most people have never listened to than any academic work I've done. And that's 99% of academics, because nobody downloads anything academics write. So, except Becca, apparently. You're the most famous non-academic academic that exists.
I have published a single paper.
Okay. So, Alex, your final thoughts and your grade for this movie. Please save us from myself.
So my final thoughts are, again, not nearly the worst movie I've ever seen. And it wasn't even like I was actively bored. I was mostly just like, why is any of this happening? I'm going to build my Calyx shelves. So I got some shelves built, and that was actually really nice. This movie was unnecessary and should never have been made. The end. I give it a C.
Okay. Becca.
I just thought it was really bland. I didn't enjoy it, but it also didn't really spike a dislike. Like, it was fine.
It's the mayonnaise of movies.
It's the mayonnaise of movies. I would never watch it again, and I don't think I needed to watch it because I have, in fact, seen other renditions of A Christmas Carol. So I've already seen the movie, just with different flavor. More flavor, in fact. So, yeah it gets a C, because it's just middling. It's just
Yeah.
And not the Canadian nice It's just
Yeah.
Sorry. I mean, is better than Robin Hood.
What's your grade again?
The bar is in hell.
The bar is in hell.
I blocked out what you were saying because you insulted mayonnaise. So what is your grade
I
again?
like mayonnaise on sandwiches, but it's just meh.
Okay, what is that in grade terms? Meh is
I said
not
a C.
letter.
I said it. I gave it a C. I gave it an average.
C.
Like, it's fine, but it's not terrible. It's like, it's not the worst thing I've ever seen. It's decidedly not the best thing.
Oh, God, the insult.
I'll forget
on mayo.
about it in about 2 days.
The insult on
Maybe
mayo
less if
right
I
now.
somehow find more alcohol.
So I just want to note that mayonnaise is one of the greatest condiments that has ever been invented. It is a fantastic.
Oh my god! Do you just put it on like Wonder Bread? Is that
no,
where you're at?
Okay. First off, I have to worry about my colon health now. Thank you, you fucking asshole. So I.
Oh, yeah, because you're
bread
old. You have to worry about your colon health because you're old.
You're damn right, and so do you, because your colon is suffering right now. Talk to your doctor.
You're worried about
okay?
how much fiber you're eating.
I do. I have to look for I have to pay attention to that. It's important, okay? I'm sorry.
We have left the rails.
Who cares? Your health is important. Take care of your colon.
You'll miss it when it's gone.
Becca, I am what you have to look forward to.
Oh my god! Is that why butt stuff came to our chat?
OG butt stuff wanted to let us know.
No.
We finally have arrived at the butt stuff. It might just not have been the butt
It
stuff.
just
they
took us a little bit
expected.
longer. Let's go. We always end up at the butt stuff.
Butt stuff's fun. I don't know what to tell you. Okay, and on that note, I'm going to get to my final thoughts and my grade on this. I will just note, I should have been taking clips of this whole fucking thing, and I completely forgot I have a button for it, because I was having too much fun, you bastards.
Hey, you can do it after. It's just a little more work.
I know, but I don't
You're welcome,
wanna.
citizen.
Okay. My final thoughts. I actually really enjoyed this. The only thing I didn't enjoy was just the weird confusion about the storyline, which I've already talked about. I enjoyed the shit out of this. Annie in chat will know, because I was so stoked. Mark Waters emailed me back, sent me an MP3. Everything in my life is perfect. I just really enjoyed this movie. And so for that reason, I'm giving it an A. I'd watch it again.
That says so much about what your life is like right now, and I'm sorry.
I don't see the problem. Do you see the problem?
I don't know. I'm too busy downloading Becca's paper.
Repeatedly, you just
I
got
think
it
I
like
need to.
I'm just gonna bot downloading it.
I mean, I'm certain not all of those were actual humans, but still.
Oh, lordy. Okay, we
I feel like now I have to come up with a worse movie than Robin Hood. To just
I don't
tear
know,
down this good feeling that he has.
Is that possible without like ripping a hole in space-time because of all the suck?
I don't know, man, but I gotta try. I'll make you guys watch Legend of the Sword, which is the terrible Guy Ritchie King Arthur movie that I love so much.
No.
I've already watched
It's
it.
my fucking favorite.
Okay, I will just set
Charlie
this
Hunnam
right
is hot
now.
as shit.
if folks get us to $100 a month on our Patreon at patreon.com/skiffyandfanty, if you do that, we will have a special show on a movie that Becca picks. There you go.
Hey, I mean, I also have been wanting to do that Ghibli movie series, so.
There you go. Well,
it could be
but
something
those are
actually
actually
nice
good.
to look forward to.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. I can
They're
either, I can be your angel or your devil.
We'll let
If we go
Becca
above
decide.
angel or
$100,
your
I can be
devil.
your angel. If we stay under $100,
No.
Your butthole's not
100's
safe.
the minimum. We have to get to 100. That is not that much
Okay.
money. So if you have money lying around, that's what you should do with it. You happy with yourself now, Becca?
yes.
Okay. Okay, folks, that is the show. So if you have any thoughts that were not shared live with us and you'd like to send us an email,
I do just want to point out that Jeff called it your midlife crisis, eh?
no. No, I'm not having a midlife crisis. I'm 40, for fuck's sake. I'm just 40. I haven't
Pretty
bought
midlife
a
crisis.
car.
That is prime midlife crisis territory.
No, my midlife crisis
Yes.
is at 30 because I will die at 60.
That's very specific.
Yeah, I had chemotherapy. I'm not going to live past 65.
That got dark.
Don't know what to tell you.
think
Can I
that's
now end
necessarily
the
true.
show?
Yeah. Go ahead.
Anyway, if you have complaints at skiffyandfanty.com, which is a very
I
real
think you should
email.
complain about Shaun's shitty attitude.
If you have legitimate
I mean, yeah, you're not going to live past 65. Not with that attitude, you're not.
if you have legitimate thoughts that you would like to share, you can go to skiffyandfanty.com/listener suggestions, where you can leave comments and thoughts and also suggest topics and things for us to cover. If you want to follow us, we are Skiffy and Fanty on pretty much all of the social sites except for Twitter, because that will be going dead at the end of 2023. So if you want to find all that stuff, including our newsletter, go to our link tree. That is linktr.ee/skiffyandfanty. And then our Patreon again is patreon.com/skiffyandfanty. Since you obviously enjoyed this, everybody in chat at the moment and people listening to this right now will go to iTunes and their favorite podcatcher and leave us a 5-star review saying how great our show was, because we need that in our lives. There you go. I am at lots of places if you want to find me. ShaunDuke.net. I'm here at Alphabet Streams generally Tuesdays and Thursdays at 7 p.m. Central, with exception during the holiday break, because I don't know if I can stream where I'm going. I also have a link tree /ShaunDuke. You can find links to my socials, etc., and my Patreon and all that good stuff.
You can find me over at Dicey Druid on Twitch, where I stream a lot of simping over fictional characters. Or, with my cat, because she needs a lot of attention. And I love her more than I love dogs. So, sorry.
You can find me on my website, which is katsudon.net. There's lots of links there for short stories that you can read for free. There's my blog that I very occasionally update, a newsletter that I very occasionally update, and I'm on Blue Sky at Katsudonbury, because I deleted my account at the bad place and it made my life immeasurably better.
Did it?
Oh, yeah.
Also, you're not Katsa Donbury on Blue Sky.
Oh, no, that's right. I'm just Katsudon, right?
Yeah. You're just Katsadon.
Okay.
So
Nice.
At katsadon.bsky.social. Or just at Katsadon, it'll come up. So anyway.
Yeah. You'll find it. Whatever.
I mean, we've already made it awkward talking about how Shaun's going to die at 65, so we could just end it.
You just kind of
we can't just,
blew your awkward load early, buddy. Like, are you sure you're not getting old?
Why did you call it that?
I blew my awkward load. Is that what you're saying now, Alex?
Yeah, you just kind of went early. Like, we could have saved it for the awkward ending here, but
No, I want to run with this. So what kind of aim do you think I had with that? Was it sporadic? Was it perhaps multi-directional? Was I able to get distance?
I mean, I would presume not distance if you were going that early. You're going for speed rather than distance. A sad little dribble of awkwardness.
We need to do this more often. Oh, we haven't laughed like this in ages.
Okay, we gotta end the podcast because I need to pee really bad.
Bye. Thanks for coming, everyone.
The sad sad little dribble of a podcast is over. Okay. Awkward ending, and scene.
You're welcome, citizen.
If you want to support this show, you can go to patreon.com/skiffyandfanty or skiffyandfanty.com, our website, where you can get access to all of our fancy things. Our music comes from Holy Mole. You can support him and his work at patreon.com/holymole. Thank you for listening.